Let's practice solving linear equations. Samantha is deciding between two different websites for online movie streaming. Website A has a one-time membership fee of $12 and a monthly fee of $4. Website B has a $10 membership fee and a monthly fee of $5. The questions that you want to be able to answer are right below. So after how many months will the total cost for both plans, which is both websites, be the same? And you want to be able to say what that cost is when they are the same cost. To begin solving this problem, you need to write an equation that represents the plans for both websites. So let's recall a little bit about linear equations, and I'm just going to scroll down so I can make some space. You might recall that the slope-intercept form of a linear equation is y equals mx plus b. In this equation, m represents a slope, x is the independent variable, and b is a constant. The value of b is not affected by x. And y in this case is the dependent variable, so it depends on the value of x and b. So now let's think about this a little bit. What corresponds to x and y in this situation? Well, what we want to do is we want to find the cost with respect to the number of months that Samantha uses the service for, which means that y is going to be the cost because that's the dependent variable. It depends on how many months she rents for or how many months she uses the site for. So that means x will be months or a number of months. Now what does b correspond to? Well, b corresponds to a constant value, as I mentioned, and in this situation the constant is the membership fee because you have to just pay this once, and it does not depend on the number of months that you use the site for. Rather, it's a one-time fee that is not going to change. So in this case, the y-intercept, or the b value here in the formula, corresponds to the membership fee. So now let's try and write some equations. I'll write website A here in blue. So we know that we're going to have y equals the cost. Now, x is the number of months plus the constant term, and we're going to have to fill in these two blanks here. So how much does she have to pay per month for plan A? It's $4, so that means the coefficient here, or m, is 4. And now to fill in this second blank, you need to ask yourself what is the value that doesn't change, and that is the membership fee, and that's $12. So we're going to fill in a 12 right there. Now let's talk about plan B. For the second website, we still have y equals the total cost, and it charges a $5 monthly fee, so we make 5x here in the equation, plus the membership fee of $10. Now let's slide down a little further. If you wanted to know after how many months will the total cost be the same for both websites, since y equals the total cost, and you want these two y values in both equations to be equal, what you can do is set the expressions equal to one another, and let me write that below. Now you can begin solving by combining like terms. So what I want to do is move this 4x to the other side of the equation. Since it's added on the left side, what I need to do is subtract 4x from both sides. And when you do that, you get 12 equals 5x minus 4x is 1x, or just x, and plus 10. Now you need to isolate the variable and make sure that we can get it by itself. And to do that, you need to move the 10 across to the left side. Since the 10 is added on the right side, you need to subtract 10 from both sides. So 12 minus 10 on the left equals 2. And on the right, you are left with just x. And you can rearrange this a little bit to just say that x equals 2. Now let's put this back into the context of our problem here. So remember, y equals the cost, and x equals the number of months that she uses the site for. So when x